Embracing Black Futures, St. James Town and Regent Park joined together for Black Bloom celebration. Hi, my name is Jabin, and this is a report for rptv News. St. James Town and Regent Park recently came alive with the vibrant spirit of Black Future Month as they celebrated Black Bloom, an event dedicated to amplifying Black voices, dreams, and aspirations. Held on February 28, 2024 at the Wellesley Community Centre, the gathering offered an enriching experience featuring cultural artists, musicians, and culinary delights such as jerk chicken, stewed chicken, potato salad, Jamaican pie, rice and peas, and chilies. More than just a celebration, Black Bloom fostered community connectivity, spotlighted grassroots initiatives, and empowered Black entrepreneurship through panel discussions and showcases. Organized by the St. James Town Community Corner, the Center for Advancing the Interests of Black People, Dixon Hall, and other partners, the event symbolized a collective effort to embrace and uplift the rich diversity of the Black, African, and Caribbean communities in SJT and Regent Park. The event, moderated by Unique, Faith, and Allah Muhammad, featured a dynamic agenda including an African drum performance by Izimba Arts, a collective of African performers, and Spotlight segment introduced Greg Gary, the Executive Director of BGC, Kiwani's Club, Cabbagetown Youth Center. Furthermore, attendees were treated to a thought-provoking panel discussion titled Black Empowerment Through Black Entrepreneurship, offering invaluable insights and inspirations, along captivating spoken word performances by Emmanuel. The event also provided space and time for community and partner networking, fostering meaningful connections and collaborations among attendees. Through Black Bloom, St. James Town and Regent Park celebrated the resilience, creativity, and collective strength of their Black communities, paving the way for a future filled with hope, empowerment, and unity. Now, let's go to the celebration.
Amela from St. James Town Community Corner, a client engagement. Happy to be part of this event. I've been planning the Black history, and today specifically we did say future, so we can understand and we can empower our community. We want to engage and we want to connect them so they can be empowered and also represent themselves in the community in a successful way. So today, the inspiration for today specifically is it's more of voices, dreams, and the community bloom. So that's why I'm here today. And I'm always happy to be part of anything that brings brings some light, so we can always do our best to our community, so we can to engage our community the best. Yeah. So we have about 18 organizations and grassroots and local people. So we have Learn for Fun 3000. They have coloring books, and we also have Center of Black People Interest from THC, and then we Toronto Community Housing, and then we also have La Paselle, and we have Toronto for Community Network, and we also have Cabbage Town Community Centre also with us. We have amazing project here, Black Health Access Connect, that's led by Vandisa, and we have amazing amazing business people that starting their own business as well, just like Unique with her organization that for cleaning and painting. And then we also have we have a lot of organization, just to say. And then we also have Sherburne House organization with us, also celebrating this, and we have Sick Kids also with us in this and we have Dixon Hall, TNG, the neighborhood organization group. All of them came here to celebrate, and we also connect and have network with our community members. This is what I think it's a community would look like.
Machozi yangu yote na malizika, mie nitalala na nani, we unaenda. Mieni para mawazo, mieni paka kuwaza wasa, we unaenda, naenda. Kama ile njia ya kuenda, kama ni maisha ya kufuata, wewe dada, hello, hello. Africa welo, Senegal welo, Kinshasa welo, think that way. Leoni paka mawazo, hakuna niashango, kama we unaenda,
It means a lot for me as person from the Black community, representing and trying to see the barriers, and despite of biases, despite the barriers, and ending the anti-oppressive, really showing ourselves in the field and in the world in a very powerful way, just like our amazing leaders that have represent us, just like Malcolm X, Nelson Mandela, and so many of them. We want to just continue and see more people that they're already there, and some people, new people coming to be successful and to represent the Black community.
Are you ready?
volunteers again. Different ones now. Anyone? One? Come. I'm going to teach you a dance from Zimbabwe. We're from Zimbabwe. You know where Zimbabwe is? Yes. Where is Zimbabwe? Where is Zimbabwe? Yeah? In Africa, we're from Zimbabwe in a city called Bulawayo. Bulawayo. Bulawayo, yeah. They say boo, but it's woo. Okay, one volunteers, please. I want to teach you a dance called Isichigicha. Yes, you can come. Anyone, please, 4. As long as we got 4, we're good. Where are the guys? Don't be shy. So, guys, we're going to teach you a dance called Isichigicha. Say Isichigicha. 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 It's a dance, it's a celebration dance. This is Black History Month, so we are here to celebrate, right? Yes. We're here to celebrate our diversity, whether you are black or you're white. It's all celebration. There is no color in Africa, right? So we're here to celebrate together. Thank you. This is, I need you guys to help out, right? You, the dancers? Yeah. Right. So the rhythm goes like 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2.
Greg Gary. I'm the executive director of BGC Toronto Kiwanis. Most of the community would know us as K-Club. And we also now I'm the executive director of the newly reopened Cabbagetown Youth Centre and Boxing Club, which is also in the St. Jamestown community. This event was put on by the community in St. Jamestown. It's significant, I think. Number one, I think it brings the entire community together. There's so much diversity up here, and there's so many organizations doing really good things that it gives everybody a chance to be in the same room and to celebrate their diversity and to really make sure that we all kind of figure out a way to work together. So it's been important to me to be a part of this, and I'm excited about what we're doing at the Cabbagetown Youth Centre, as I'm sure everybody else in the room is, so I get an opportunity to talk about it a little bit. But we're excited about getting folks to start to come to the center, experience some of the programming we're doing, and also maybe we can find ways where other community organizations can use the facility for some of their activities as well. So really thank you, Regent Park Focus, for a chance to say hello and a chance to kind of talk about this great event today. Thank you.
Now we'd like to introduce our spotlight speaker, Greg Gary, the Executive Director of the BGC Toronto Kiwanis and former professional football player in both the NFL and CFL. Greg has over 15 years of experience in community work, collaborating with renowned organizations like CAMH and Ontario Drug Awareness Partnership. As the Executive Director of the BGC Toronto Kiwanis, Greg has led the team through restructuring, expanding operations, and introducing youth-focused initiatives like All-Star Sundays. He has led the full renovations and the reopening of the Cabbagetown Youth Centre. Let's welcome Greg.
Shortly after I got here, a lot of people in the St. Jamestown community would know us as Cabbagetown Youth Centre. We acquired the Cabbagetown Youth Centre during the pandemic in 2020. That was a big deal. That was a big deal for us. That was a big deal for the organization. When we came in, the one thing that we got from the community was that the Cabbagetown Youth Centre was no longer going to be able to be operational, and they said that they needed somebody to take it over. A few organizations competed for it, and then we were fortunate to be successful at acquiring it. That was great for us. I think it was great for the community. A couple, just kind of the journey, how it worked for us. The place had significant termite damage, so we had to do a lot of work to get it up. Had to invest some money into the building, but now the building, like in September of 2022, we relaunched, and now it's fully operational again. Here's where we come at now that it's back operational. Big deal for us, and I guess that's why they're giving me an opportunity to make it the spotlight for today, is for the St. Jamestown community. We are really interested in operating as a hub. That's one of the most important things we want to do. Everybody in this room is working their own significant contribution to the community. We have a space here. We have a space in the community that we think can provide support to everybody's here. So two of the things that happen there is there's an after-school program. As far as like what we need from the community to to really get the place fully operational again and at capacity is right now we have an after-school program that we run every day from 3 to 6, and then we have a community action program for children, CAP-C, which is for 0 to 6. That's been in this community for a really long time. And we're also working with a couple groups already in the community. The St. Jamestown Co-op we're working with, and then we also have the boxing club on top. But we do have room for capacity, so if some of the other organizations in this room are looking for space to do something during the day, there's an opportunity to do that at CYC. And then we also want to engage just in our partners in the community and talk about different ways that we can provide programming that maybe the St. Jamestown community has always wanted, but hasn't had. So this is a journey that we're on as far as how we're gonna make it work, but it's gonna take community contribution to help us on that. So we're gonna be looking for voices, and I think we likely will have some. We'll probably have some meetings, probably just some community meetings where folks can talk to us about the different things they'd like to see happen there. The one thing I did want to really hit on really quickly, just because all of the folks are around the table and in the room, is all of us really work hard. All of us are at capacity in what we do. And then one thing I wanted to remind everybody in the room, because I know that I deal with it, and I just challenge everybody in the room just to remind themselves, is as much as we give back, make sure you take some time for yourself, and make sure you find ways to kind of recharge that battery. Like a thing like that band, the drummers just now it really charged me before I got up here. But there's other ways, and those are things that I think all of us need to pay attention to, because we're in a field where the burnout is really high, and it's one of the most important things to do is figure out how to not get into that trap, into that cycle. And the challenges of reopening buildings, the challenges of all the work we do on a daily basis, those kind of things are the things that I really strongly suggest that each of us support one another and find ways on how to manage that. And the last thing I'll kind of hit on for a second is we're all impact people. That's what we do. That's kind of why we're in the work, so that we can impact the people that we work with. You can make or break a person's day. How you come into the room, how you carry yourself, the energy you bring when you're doing your thing, it is core to the other person on the other side of that table feeling as if they're actually listened to, as if they actually can have a dream, hope, all of those kind of things. So what I suggest all of us do is remind ourselves what the person on the other side of the table is experiencing, and really try to meet them at that place. Because if you meet a person at that place, regardless what you do or what you're doing as a group, you're gonna have an impact. You will have an impact. If you see somebody and really see them, and I know all of us say that, that's our deal, like, remove barriers. But do we really do it? And I'm not saying that I 100% really do it, but that's the challenge for all of us. So for me, let's make sure we see the people that we work with. Let's recognize that we can make or break their day. And let's bring all that great energy that we are having rooms like this to make sure we bring it to the work we do when there's really nobody around really watching it. That's what I think is the most important thing. That's about it for me. I mean, I could talk more, but I think I'm good. I appreciate it. I appreciate you folks for listening. And sorry if the mic wasn't up all the time, but thank you.
Mama Africa, nalingie Mama Africa, nakobala Mama Africa, ya liboso mbota na lituma, ya mibale mitola mayebo, ya misato, ainsi va la vie. Ya papi ngache, prends les vidéos. I love you, Mama Africa. I love you, Mama Africa. Everybody, I love you, Mama Africa. I love you, Mama Africa. I love you, Mama Africa. Nalingi yo, Mama Africa. nalingi yo, Mama Africa, nakobala yo, Mama Africa, respect aux femmes, Mama Africa, respect aux femmes, Mama Africa, nakobala yo, Mama Africa, à tout ça, ainsi va la vie. Aïe. Naleli Mama Africa, nakobala yo, ambotola lituma, emitola mayebo, nalingiye, Mama Africa, nakobala ye, nalingiye, Yaliboso, I love you, Mama, Mama Africa, Mama, je viens de l'Afrique, Mama Africa, à Burundi, Mama Africa, même au Congo, Mama Africa, au Canada, Mama Africa, tout le monde, Mama Africa, clap your hands, Mama Africa, I love you, Mama Africa, respect aux femmes, Mama Africa, Mama Africa. Thank you so much. My name is Sage Matuzolele from Congo. I love Canada. I love people stay in Canada. I have one thing. Everyone has problem. If you have your problem, you need to call me. I love to see you every day. Canada, when I see you, I am happy. I love to see you every day. Canada, Toronto, I see you, I am happy. Everybody has problem. If you have your problem, you need to call me. Thank you so much.
Allow us to begin the panel discussion. Focused on Black empowerment through Black entrepreneurship. Please allow me to introduce Cassandra Chris. Cassandra is a community planner at the Toronto Community Benefits Network. She is passionate about systems change and contributing to a more equitable and inclusive city. Having a background in construction, she understands the challenges racialized persons face in the trades, but also the opportunities that exist to pursue a career in construction. You're welcome.
How is everyone doing tonight? Good. It's great to see everyone here. We're so glad that you're here, and there's much more to come. Thank you. We thank the drummers that were before us and the guitarists, and the inspirational word from Greg Geary as well. And don't forget, there will be time after to go to the tables and connect with the different community groups that are here to support you. So I'd like to introduce the next part of our evening together. This is a panel discussion. So basically we're gonna focus on a topic that is dear to us. It is Black History Month. So we wanna talk about Black entrepreneurship. So tonight we are gonna bring two entrepreneurs from the St. Jamestown community to speak. And just to introduce the topic, so we want to know, what does it take to be an entrepreneur? Well, we have two amazing entrepreneurs from this community that will open up and share their experience with you. We hope that this will inspire you, will inform you, and even challenge you to go forward in your own entrepreneurial dream. We will hear of the challenges, but also the opportunities and resources that we can take hold of in the entrepreneurship journey. So owning a business can be seen as an asset, and having assets is a way to take power back to ourselves. And that's definitely something we need to see more in St. Jamestown, as well as in the Black community as well. So assets are what a person needs to take power to themselves. And entrepreneurship, it requires strength, it requires resiliency, but it also in turn becomes a strength to the community. So we have two guests today. We're going to hear from Yannick and from Alicia. They are both from here, the St. Jamestown community. They are both entrepreneurs, and we are going to hear about their entrepreneur journey. So let's give it up for Yannick and Alicia.
Hello again. Can you hear me? Okay, there we go. Hello again. I'm Yannick, and I'm getting a lot of feedback. Sorry about that little reshuffle. So, me being here today, I'm sharing with you my idea for a social enterprise. Is this better? Cool. So, me being here today, I would like to share with you all my social enterprise in the works, Scarlet Painting and Cleaning Services. Again, I did introduce a little bit. It was started, the idea started back in December of 2023, and albeit was kind of tired of working for others or having others dictate my time, and so I guess a part of it is reclaiming my time and being more resourceful when, I guess, navigating the world as is. So in making this company, I decided, I did painting. I got a certificate for that, and I really want to give back to my community, the community that helped raise me. And by doing so, I wanted to introduce persons who are in need, those who are facing evictions, with like cleaning and painting services, because I feel in painting, you can brighten your mood or increase your sense of belonging in a community. You don't feel as ostracized or like you're not a part of a community. And so that is one reason why I wanted to do that. And secondly was, again, bringing more opportunities to the youth of St. Jamestown, and hopefully starting something that can keep going and keep getting bigger and bigger, and bring some well-deserved pride back to our community. And also while helping others who may feel stuck and down, and improving one's mental health and their emotional health, as well as their physical health. And so that was basically my main reason into starting this, and it's still in its beginning stages, so I'm hoping that going along further down the road, it would be something that, I may get like partners to help with, or I may get donations to help with getting supplies that I need, or be able to get helping hands so that I can work on more houses or more apartments or more places that need help. Because to my core, I'm someone that loves to help people, and it shows in my volunteer work, working within the St. Jamestown area. I feel like some of you may know me from the community corner, from the residence council, and a lot of places. I can say that I've been to the Town Youth Center a couple of times. I've been to the library. I've been all over the place, So this community is very dear to me, and with starting this, I really hope that I can make a difference in my community.
Hi, my name is Alicia. Again, I'm representing two organizations. One is sorry about that. One is Unified We Grow, which I'm going to talk about first, and then Alvina Lovely. Yes, because how I operate, many times I tie them into each other, and I'll speak on how I do that after. But Unified We Grow, the reason why we started was the gaps in our community. I reside in Palma Court, and it's an island away. So we had all these skilled people in our community, and I was just like, why not we just deliver the services to our communities? So that's how we started in 2017, and I'm really big on capacity building, skill development, and entrepreneurship, building social capital, and just providing the tools that people need to be prosperous, or empowerment, providing the tools. Thus, Unified We Grow was born, and it started with soap making, then skincare products, then working with resin, then getting a 3D printer, then a heat press. So slowly building, we're very, very small. We just have a lot of tools. And the end game for Unified We Grow is creating affordable services, or bridging the gap between the medical field and community. For example, for dentistry, getting crowns, dentures are very expensive. So the idea is to create a platform for specifically Black professionals to have a space where they're able to innovate and feel comfortable. My educational background is in science, and while doing my placement at the Structural Genomics Consortium at the Mars Center, it was an interesting place, let's just say. There wasn't many Black people, there was only one other Black doctor, PhD, and the best advice he gave me was, don't speak to no one, keep your head down, don't tell nobody anything, and when you move up and on, don't tell no one. I'm like, that's very sad, because everybody else is celebrating. They're happy for their peers, they're pushing each other, but this thing where when you're Black, you have to hang your head down, it was so daunting that I ended up being so secluded where I didn't want to work in a laboratory, because I was so nervous, because if I seen other people that didn't look like me, I was like made to seem very uncomfortable. And I know people may look at the whole situation and say, hey, maybe because of you weren't a PhD, but no, there was a lot of racial tensions. And that's why I wanted to create services where Black people can feel comfortable being in the lead, and having a space where they can develop their skills or use equipment. Like, for example, we are still trying to get around the legalities on how do we lend out equipment, because if our pressure cooker blows up, who is held responsible? If our heat press blows up or someone burns themselves, so we are trying to work on that. So we do have a list of equipment that we are hoping to be able to lend out to sort of build this community. And we offer a multiple different range of services, such as a free income tax clinic. We're hyper mobile, so basically different community groups or different community centers ask us to come out and do a workshop, and being mobile is like one of our important features, because we feel that that way we build more skills across the community, and hopefully connecting back to build into collective purchasing and working together. Then that sort of rolls into Alvina Lovely, which is an urban farm at Flemo Farm, which is one of, there's supposed to be 5, but only 2 farms got built, Malvern and Flemo Farm, and they offer access to land for people looking or interested in farming. So the whole idea is they're trying to encourage farmers to farm the land. And I almost quit until I went to the Ontario Food Terminal, and I saw that there were no Black food service providers in all of the terminal. The closest person you found in ranks, there was only one Black guy who worked for Gambles. You might see them on trucks delivering to independent grocers, and he intakes orders. And once I learned that there were no Black food suppliers in the terminal, it sort of pushed me to continue the farming and sort of pushing towards food sovereignty in that method. And if you guys are thinking, well, how do the Caribbean stores get their produce? Not from Black suppliers. And I did speak to some of the bigger suppliers asking why they don't carry certain products. And they said Caribbean items are just too unpredictable and they're difficult to sell. And I would say the Asian food suppliers can buy it cheaper, can sell it, and they have the platform. And it's interesting because we go into the supermarket and we see, hey, mangoes from Jamaica, but it's not actually down the chain, it just gets broken. So I'm really for trying to create full circles. A food circle, which is a major grant that's been coming out, is like funding circles. So if I grow tomatoes and I pass the tomatoes off to someone else and they process it and they process it all the way to the end, that's a food circle. But I'm also trying to push that in other circles and other just food. Like for example, where I purchase my supplies, where I purchase equipment, I'm trying my very best to create that platform to hopefully create a dominance, because unfortunately, there isn't a field in business that Black people have a complete monopoly on or dominate so much that they can hinder something. We're major consumers, which is great, but when it comes to things like we don't own the ports, property, real estate, buildings, and stuff like that. So I'm really interested in, like I said, collective purchasing and working together to sort of build each other up and, and build each other up in a way that we can create a sustainable, strong foundation. And I always encourage people, one of the things is helping people find resources. So even though we're not a major organization, we help other smaller nonprofits and grassroots and community groups get resources. For example, at the back we have hygiene supplies we're handing out. Many times larger corporations don't want to work with smaller guys, so we always come as a group and say, we know that we're not United Way, but we're 10 people and we serve like over 500 people together, and we do it that way. So I have a chain and I'm walking and everyone else is holding on and following, because sometimes we get there and then we forget about the past, but if you're dragging that luggage with you, then when you all get there, you all get there. I know that sounds very crude, but I was speaking with my cousins who also are entrepreneurs, and they said how Black people, we don't tolerate each other enough. We made an analogy of your friend, I would say Jimmy, who is a clown, and no matter what, we find excuses for Jimmy, but Tyrone, we don't want his baggage, and we're so quick to just turn the page. And what she said touched me, because I was being very harsh with somebody and asking extra questions for no reason. I already know how it is, and for some reason, I was like, that fear, which is also in me, I had to step back and say, okay, you know what? Call me on the phone and let's work this out and let's get you up and running with this equipment. And it's just interesting how people bring that up. But I'm also here to spread a message of encouragement, because as an entrepreneur, you are a creator and you go through some struggles that other people don't understand. So when I'm in a room with major corporations and they're asking me questions, I have to put it in my mind, they don't understand where I'm at because they're coming in to work for somebody. I am creating and building the foundations for legacy, community, whatever the case may be. It's different from their mindset. and understand that you're going to be the only one in the room sometimes, the only one that looks like you, or the only one at your place. I went to Ottawa for Metropolis, which is the settlement service conference, and I was the only grassroots that was there. And grassroots is so important to newcomer settlement services, but just being there, learning that dynamics, it was such an amazing opportunity to be a part of those circles, to see how different people operate, and how like the government blames the agency blames the government, then everybody blames each other in a round and round circle. And then grassroots were just like, hey, we're doing this, why can't you guys do this? And realizing, of course, the bureaucratic steps, but just having dialogue can make things a little bit more easier. But yes, I'm here to answer any questions along the journey. There's many opportunities out there. If you're looking for advice, if you do a quick Google search, even in Toronto, especially because it's the Decade of African Descent, which the government postponed it to 2028. It was actually supposed to end this year, but they're going to extend it to 2028. So look out for those opportunities. A suggestion would be to make sure, if you're applying for Black-led grants, to have your stuff in order, because they're a lot more difficult to get and they ask for a lot more information. However, there are resources out there, and I would start with people who offer free counseling and then go from there.
How do you get started? So definitely you have the entrepreneur dream, you have the idea, there's something that you're focused on, your passion, but how do you actually get started? How do you actually take the step into entrepreneurship? Let's hear from both. We'll start with our first panelist, Yannick, and then we'll go to Alicia. So how do you first get started?
For me, since my idea is still in inception, it's not fully like on paper yet. For me, it's more of a, you have an idea, you want to do research. For me, because I like learning new things and whatnot, the book stuff might seem a bit a little nuanced, I guess, or a bit boring. It's kind of like you just gotta find fun ways to get your information, whether it be like watching a YouTube video or I don't know, listening to an audiobook or anything along those lines. Whatever you can do to make learning less of a chore. And then once you have your idea, just find people within your community. I'm getting a lot of help from the corner, specifically Ana Teresa. A lot of our meetings this last month have been like, what do you want to do? How do you want to do it? What do you see yourself doing in X, Y, and Z? So a lot of it is just learning the tools of the trade and just going from there, at least from my perspective. And also just keep telling yourself that, you know, you want this to be, you want it to happen, so you gotta do it. Because I find that for me, motivation is a big thing. So I have to always have everything going, keep the balls rolling, and because I find if I lose momentum, then I lose my drive to do it. So I just gotta keep pushing myself. And yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Thank you. So I would like to say that I followed conventional steps, which looking back, I definitely wish I did the things that I should have done. For example, research, making a business plan. And I say this because I started with, hey Alicia, can you make this for me? That's how it started. Or another organization saying, we can't afford to actually buy these products. Do you think you can make this? And I'm just like, because I love learning as well, I'm just like, okay, let me learn how to do this. And unfortunately, that landed me with spending tens of thousands of dollars on supplies that I didn't really need, and I should have took a step with research, doing a business plan, writing down the skills that you have, and writing the skills that you need to get. And the word entrepreneur is so broad, you can be starting a plumbing business, which is a whole other skill set needed, than starting soap making versus doing a home-based food business. So it's doing that research to know what you need to get first. And I would do that because people tend to take advantage of your ideas and sway you into a different direction that you never intended on going, didn't need to be, and waste time, which is why I super push, even if it's not a comprehensive business plan, writing down like, this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to do. Of course, things change and you have to sort of shave off things here and there, but if you know what you want to do, when you approach somebody or talk to someone, they can't sort of say, this would be better, or work with me and like do this. And if you would have had like something written or know what you wanted to do, you would know that going in their direction is not helping you in any which way. And that is why it took so long. It was like a whole whirlwind of come with me, help me do this, and this will build your base or get you out there. But then it's like, I'm helping you do something that's not even in the line of what I'm doing. So it kind of, let's just say I waste a lot of time. But now that I circled back and sort of written down what I want to do, what I want to accomplish, sort of a mandate, how much I'm willing to do for free, because that's one of the things of entrepreneurs is sometimes people take you around the ringer of doing stuff for free. Knowing your worth, I've learned the past year and a half, knowing your worth is so important, and underpricing yourself does not necessarily mean that you'll be treated any better. And there's a reason why people price things at certain prices, whether you're offering a service or a tangible physical item. There's a reason why there's normally a balance in pricing. If you think that, for example, I sell black soap and I try to sell it as cheap as possible, and mostly to encourage like collective purchasing. However, selling it at a price where I don't make any money or not even able to afford the next round isn't helping anybody. So just those things. And then once you have your plan, looking for other resources. Like for example, they have how to start a business, entrepreneurship training, and sort of sparking those ideas in becoming more professional or fleshing out your ideas into more concrete product. I would definitely take advantage of those courses. And then after that, then you're able to apply for funding, because if you try to apply for funding, they're gonna ask you for that exact same information. And had you took those courses, you would know how to produce that comprehensive business plan and stuff they ask.
Excellent, very good gems from our panelists. So hopefully that answers your question, and I'm sure it's not just your question, but you're speaking for others in the room. So definitely from both panelists, it does start with research. That's definitely key. Connecting with other entrepreneurs, but also fixing in your mind what you want to do and not just maybe what someone may sway you to do. There are definitely resources. We have the library next door. So every October of every year is Small Business Month, and that is when the Toronto Public Library offers free resources for people who have businesses and for people that want to start businesses. So very, very keen discussion. We want to thank our panelists as we're going to go on to the next segment of our evening. So give a hand to Alicia and Winnie.
Thank you so much, Cassandra, and for our partners for the exciting and informative discussion. What I've taken away with me is that you have to be determined. Yes, it takes a lot of determination for you to come up with a business. So let's clap for these ladies for that determination to start that business, sometimes in hard circumstances. Now, today, all this has been successful because of some very wonderful lady. At this point, I would like to invite Ala to come and say a word to you. Welcome, Ala!
So, I'm a bit nervous, but I would really just want to appreciate the collective effort that happened to bring this event today. And this has been for years, by the way. 4 years I've been planning this, being part of the plan. I was so lucky to be part of this planning for the future. Previous years it was history, and this year we start to do it future. So we're looking on the future. We're looking for the bride. We're looking for the dreams. We're looking for the voices, so we can see many of our amazing people that today have performed. And today we have amazing award that we heard from Gary, and we have amazing panelists and moderator. So I'm so happy today and thrilled. After I'm going to be talking a little bit about the previous year's planning, we are going to be having a raffle winners. We have 13 raffle winners. So just to let you know that it was COVID time. 2021, and then it was difficult to connect people to service. So we had to make the paper online. So we did an online event, and it was great because we had heard amazing inspirational stories, and we had amazing performer. By the way, the guitarist Mutazili, he has been here with us for 4 years, and he was always the one who was doing amazing performance and hosting these events. So it's just like me. And then we also happy to connect with people. We did connect on the COVID time. And then the second year, we also had an amazing consultation event where we all sit together to figure out how we can help and navigate the system with our, the COVID time was difficult, so we made sure to hear our residents and connect them. It was a hybrid event, but it was fantastic and successful. We got a lot of people, we connect them with services that time. That's why today we have 18 partners all together to be on this event to help and connect our services. And also we have this year, it's very special because we have grassroots organizations and we have local businesses, and some people had present their amazing food with chef. I'm really happy to tell all this amazing achievement this year. This is we also had so many videos last year. We talked about the leader wellness that Fred, he's also part of the Regent Park, who also had documented and be with us for last year. And we had some of the winners that also here still working with us, continuing with us, and non-stopping. And this is great because I'm so happy that we had to also engage all the winners last year to be today with us. And I think with Mandisa, the Black Health Access you will get connected with great people here who has been leaders for previous years, always been with us today. The last thing that I want to just mention, and just to be proud that today we are all here together celebrating and hearing the amazing successful people, and we also trying to look to be optimistic to an amazing future. that represent everyone and connect the community. That's why we have the Power Network today. So I will also talk about an amazing initiative that's going to be happening. That's why we want to continue a book club that will be spoken by the amazing Vicky. Vicky, do you want to come? Yeah. Amazing.
Hi everyone, welcome. I just want to celebrate Black History Month. We see Black standpoints, voices, and visions for our future to integral and anti-oppressive and democratic world. Creating a platform together to amplify Black voices in a greatest success. So after this event, we want to not just stop here, but we would like to empower our Black people within our community by introducing our debut of St. James Town African-centric book club. It will be amazing. Trust me, the discussions will be on fire. So the book that we want to discuss is going to be Discourse of Colonialism, and it's by Ahmed Cesars. And we try to, this book was published in the 1950s. So our goal here is to meet on the 16th of March, and we want to meet like every other Saturday. So we don't want to take up every Saturday, but we just want to do like every other Saturday starting around 1 p.m. So that would be the time we want to start. And then we will be discussing like several pages in the book. We're eager to discuss the ongoing effects of colonialism and the systematic injustice within the Black communities. Now we know how that goes. So it's going to be exciting, it's going to be a lot to discuss, and we're looking forward to hearing your insights and also your wonderful ideas. So bear in mind there'll be more information about this, and I just want to say thank you for your time, and welcome and enjoy the rest of the event. Thank you.
We are going to have our last performance, and this is from Emmanuel. Emmanuel is currently pursuing an undergraduate degree in automation engineering at McMaster and has a passion for the arts. He loves photography and poetry as a means of explaining the beauty and tragedies of the world around. A lot of his work draws conclusions from careful observations of his world and experiences both past, present, and the future. Emmanuel, you're welcome. Let's listen to Emmanuel, please. Hello. Hello. With poetry, you have to listen. You have to listen. I'm a poetry student, you have to listen. Please listen to Emmanuel. Thank you.
Hello everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this piece. For context, I was born and raised in Nigeria. I think that's important to say before you listen to it. There it goes. You see, I grew up in a place where everyone was black. A place where being black meant nothing but the norm. And although everywhere was black, I still grew up in a place where foreign creativity shined brighter than black creativity. A place where the black soul lay unexplored and untapped, like a man who sits on a lake begging the shore for water to drink. A place where a sister's beauty lay in bondage, that is, in the straightness of her curls. A place where a brother's locks meant not beauty but the warning signs of a threat. A place where physically free but still bound to the very thoughts that held our fathers captive, like a bird that walks not believing he can fly. And so I am overjoyed. I am with joy when I see the beauty of the black soul celebrated. I am ecstatic when a sister wears her curls like a crown, and where a brother explores the beauty of his own hair. I am joyed when we uncover creativities we didn't even know existed in our room. When we sing our songs and dance our dances, basking in the joys of our culture. You see, being black to me is an honor, and I hope never to live as though it is not. To be celebrated not only this month, but at all times for being black excellence. Thank you.
My name is Murphy Brown, and that is the name that was given to me by my parents, well, the Murphy part. And my chosen name is Abena. So when I write for anything, I always put Abena, because Abena is the Akan Day name for a girl who was born on a Tuesday, and some of my ancestors were Akan people from Ghana who were taken to the Caribbean and South America. So that's holding on to a bit of my African history. Now, what brought me here today, actually, a flyer came through my door, and I was intrigued by Black Future Month. And I thought, how interesting, looking to the future, going into the future while looking back to our history. And I was reminded of the Sankofa bird, which is one of the Adinkra symbols from Ghana. So my ancestry again. And so I decided to come over, but I got here late because I had to advocate for my grandson. I came in and I looked around, and one thing I noticed is that the images are of African Americans, and that's what I mean about looking to our history, to go forward, to learn from what we have endured, how we rose above everything that was thrown at us through slavery, colonization, segregation, Jim Crow, because we usually read about what happened in the United States. But everything that happened in the United States happened here in Canada, because the British came over here after they lost that war in 1776 to their American kin. So they brought over the same mindset. They brought over enslaved Africans. Some of them were free because they fought on the side of the British during that war. And so some of them were given their freedom, but the majority came over here with the United Empire Loyalists as enslaved people. And slavery in Canada began, documented, in 1628, when a 6-year-old child who was named Olivier Lejeune, we don't know his African name. That's the French name that was given to him by the people who bought him from a British pirate named David Kirk. So he was brought here at 6 years old in 1628 and sold in Quebec. And that is the documented start of slavery in Canada. And slavery in Canada ended on August 1st, 1834. So more than 200 years of slavery. So Africans in Canada, those who can trace their ancestry back generations, have only been free for 190 years. That might seem like a long time, but they were enslaved for 206 years. And there are so many people who we can learn about, how they resisted, how they rose up, and they seized their freedom. Some of them were never able to be free, but they made an impression. So somebody like Chloe Cooley, whose protest against being sold, she was rowed across the Niagara River in a boat and sold in New York. But she created such a fuss that John Graves Simcoe tried to end slavery, but he couldn't, because the other men who were governing Ontario were slaveholders, and so they wouldn't allow that. What do you mean you're going to free? Who is going to work for us without pay? How are we going to make money by selling these slaves? Because they didn't consider them people. So we have come a long way, and there are several groups of African people in Canada today. Some, their ancestors were brought here in the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, and some are the descendants of enslaved people from the Caribbean and South America who decided to come here after slavery was abolished. And there are so many stories of how Africans resisted. Africville, that was destroyed in Nova Scotia. Peggy and Jupiter, who were put up for sale here in Toronto. There is an ad. February 10th, 1806, where Peter Russell and his sister Elizabeth are selling Peggy and her 15-year-old son Jupiter. Meanwhile, they had her two little girls still enslaved, but they're selling the mother and the big brother. So there's all that history. So I am hoping that next year we will see Chloe Cooley, we will see Peggy Pompadour, we will see the woman who was accused of burning down half of Montreal, Marie-Joseph Angelique. She was accused. She said, I didn't do it. They tortured her, they broke her legs until she confessed. Marie-Joseph Angelique, and so many others. And then through the generations, we have people like Rocky Jones, who was a lawyer in Nova Scotia. So many people, I cannot even begin to name them all. And then people came from the Caribbean, people like Brenda Pierre, who lived in this community here in St. Jamestown for decades. And she ran a program for 10 years until she passed away. 10 years. She volunteered to tutor children in this community who were not striving in school, were not thriving in school. And Monday to Friday, Brenda was in that room at 200 Wellesley and giving it her all with those children. There would be children coming in who could barely read and write. And within a year, those children were up to grade level. So people like Brenda Pierre, we don't even hear about her here in St. Jamestown, but she lived in this community for decades. And that's why I am encouraging the people who organize this to look into the Sankofa symbol. Go back and fetch it. It's an Adinkra symbol, Sankofa. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak.
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check out all of our social media platforms. For more information, check out our website.
Thank you.